Dr. Elena Vasquez stared at the quantum resonance readings on her holographic display, her hands trembling as the implications sank in. The data from the Deep Space Monitoring Station orbiting Proxima Centauri was impossible, yet undeniable. Humanity's first interstellar war had begun 3 days ago, and already the fabric of spacetime itself was unraveling. "Commander, you need to see this," she called to Captain Marcus Chen, who was coordinating the defense of the Kepler 442b colony from the bridge of the U.S. Prometheus. The alien Vexi had struck without warning, their crystalline ships emerging from what appeared to be tears in reality itself. Chen approached her station, his weathered face grim. The past 72 hours had aged him a decade. "What is it, Doctor?" "The quantum field fluctuations aren't random," Elena explained, manipulating the three-dimensional data visualization with her neural interface. "Every time our antimatter torpedoes detonate near their ships, every time their plasma weapons discharge, it's creating microscopic rifts in the dimensional membrane." The captain's eyes narrowed. "Speak plainly, Doctor. We're not just fighting a war, Commander. We're accidentally performing surgery on the universe itself, and we have no idea what we're cutting." Across the galaxy, similar scenes were unfolding on 1,000 battlefields. Humanity, in its first encounter with hostile alien intelligence, had deployed every weapon in their arsenal. The Vexi, a species that existed partially in normal space and partially in what they called the Silent Realm, fought with technologies that bent the laws of physics in ways human scientists had never imagined. On the mining colony of Titan 7, Lieutenant Sarah Park watched in horror as a Vexi weapon strike didn't just destroy the residential dome it aged, it out of existence, reducing decades-old structures to dust in seconds while leaving the ground beneath untouched. Time itself had become a weapon. "Base Command, this is Titan 7, she transmitted through her quantum communicator. "The enemy isn't just killing our people. They're editing them out of existence." Retroactively, the response came from Admiral Rebecca Santos aboard the flagship Endeavour, orbiting Earth, acknowledged Titan 7. Dr. Yuki Tanaka's team has been studying similar reports. "We believe the Vexi are using temporal manipulation weapons that..." The transmission cut off mid-sentence. Where Titan 7's sister colony had existed moments before, there was now only empty space, scattered with asteroids that looked billions of years old. Dr. Tanaka, aboard a research vessel hidden in the asteroid belt, was frantically trying to understand their enemy. Her team had managed to capture fragments of Vexi technology, and what they found challenged everything they thought they knew about reality. "The Vexi don't see the universe the way we do," she explained to her team via encrypted hologram. "To them, past, present, and future exist simultaneously. When they attack, they're not just destroying what is, they're preventing what was and corrupting what will be." Her colleague, Dr. Ahmed Hassan, pulled up a simulation on his quantum computer. If this continues, the cascading temporal paradoxes could create a reality collapse. Not just in this sector, everywhere. The universe could forget that most of history ever happened. Meanwhile, on the front lines, human forces were adapting with the desperate creativity their species was known for. Captain Rex Morrison of the assault cruiser Valkyria had discovered that Vexi ships were vulnerable during the brief moments when they phased between dimensions. "Fire everything at coordinates Mark 77 Alpha, but delay the quantum torpedoes by exactly 0.34 seconds, he ordered his weapons officer. "Hit them while they're between realities." The strategy worked. The alien vessel flickered and died, but as it did, Morrison's sensors detected something that made his blood run cold. The destruction of the Vexi ship had left a wound in space itself, a growing void where not even the cosmic background radiation existed. Reports began flooding in from across human space. The reality tears were expanding. Star systems were simply ceasing to exist, not destroyed but never having been. The war was consuming the universe's memory of itself. Dr. Vasquez made the connection first. "It's not random," she announced during an emergency council meeting of humanity's greatest minds. "The Vexi aren't trying to destroy us. They're trying to prevent us from ever existing. And every time we fight back, we're helping them tear holes in causality itself." Admiral Santos leaned forward in her chair. "Are you saying we should surrender?" "I'm saying we need to fight smarter," Elena replied. "The Vexi exist in multiple temporal states simultaneously. What if we could too?" The solution came from an unexpected source. Dr. Park's young daughter, caught in a temporal field during the Titan VII attack, had somehow survived by existing in a quantum superposition, simultaneously alive and dead, present and absent, until the field collapsed. "Stardinger's soldier," Dr. Hassan whispered when he saw the readings. "She's created a stable paradox state." Within hours, human engineers were retrofitting their ships with quantum uncertainty drives, devices that would allow them to exist in multiple probability states simultaneously. It was dangerous. Crews might phase out of existence entirely, but it was their only chance. The final battle took place in the space between galaxies, where reality was thin and malleable. Human ships, existing in quantum superposition, faced the Vexi fleet in a confrontation that transcended normal space and time. Captain Chen, now commanding the entire human fleet from within a probability cloud, gave the order, "All ships, synchronized quantum decoherence in 3, 2, 1, mark." The battle that followed lasted both an instant and an eternity. Ships fired weapons that had never been invented at targets that existed in 17 different timelines simultaneously. The Vexi, masters of temporal warfare, found themselves outmaneuvered by humans who had learned to embrace uncertainty itself. When the quantum dust settled, both fleets were gone, not destroyed, but scattered across infinite probability states. The war had ended, not with victory or defeat, but with a kind of cosmic detente, where neither side could be said to definitively exist. But the damage was done. The universe bore scars from humanity's first interstellar war regions, where time flowed backward, star systems that existed only on Tuesdays, and vast stretches of space where the laws of physics politely declined to apply. Dr. Vasquez, somehow still existing in base reality, looked up at stars that now flickered between different colors as they existed in multiple quantum states simultaneously. Humanity had won its first war among the stars, but in doing so, they had transformed the very nature of existence itself. The cosmos, she realized, would never be the same. And perhaps, she thought with a mixture of pride and terror, that had been the point all along.